If you would rather have more of your ideal clients sooner rather than later, let's get into what's working for the practitioners in our mastermind to get motivated, compliant patients in the door sooner rather than later. All right, let's get into it. In general, people are sort of encouraged to use, I'm going to just draw on my iPad here, okay, are encouraged to use content to attract people, right? So you're going to put some content out on wherever you want to put out content, social media, YouTube, all the good things, okay? And then you're going to bring those people into your funnel by offering them some sort of lead magnet opt-in freebie, right? So then you're going to bring them into your funnel, and that's where you capture their name and email. So now you have their name, email. If you're doing text, you even have their phone number. Okay. And then after you do all of this, you bring them into the funnel, you get them to opt in, you have their name, email, and phone number. Then what ensues is a whole bunch of communications, right? These are nurture emails that get these new people to know, like, and trust you, right? So know, like, trust. This is where you get to develop that know, like, and trust factor. Now, that process is slow, right? Because first of all, they have to see enough of your content that they're like, yeah, you know what? I think I like this person's content. I think I'll go get that thing that they're offering me in their funnel. And then you're going to wait for them to get all of these communications until hopefully they know, like, and trust you enough and they're ready to hop on a call. Okay. So that's typically what we're seeing. And that takes time, right? Because that means you have to put out a body of content. That means you have to set up the funnel, a registration page, a thank you page, a page that delivers the free thing that you wanted to give away. You have to automate all those emails. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that, okay? I do think that should be part of your online ecosphere. There is value in growing an email list, okay? So I'm not poo-pooing that. I'm not saying it doesn't work, so do not confuse me. I don't want to see all that garbage in the comments, okay? But it does take time is what I'm acknowledging, okay? And what is working faster to establish some credibility, to differentiate yourself in the market, to kind of grow that know, like, and trust factor a whole lot faster is something that we call lab test funnel. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through exactly how it works right now. If you need more on this, obviously comment, come find me. I'm Real Joy Houston at Instagram. Follow me, DM me. Like, I'm happy to open the door and answer questions about this. But let me show you how that works instead. Okay. So instead of this one, which, hey, like I said, it does work, but it takes a lot more time. Okay. Way more time. Okay. What is working faster? Okay. So we'll do, this is the kind of faster, the super faster path, okay, is something that we call lab test funnel. Okay. And lab test funnel is a very simple concept. Okay. If you offer upfront labs, okay. Now, in general, we would guide our practitioners to use a signing physician for these, because anytime you're offering upfront labs, you guys, they're not yet your patient. They don't fall under your medical umbrella, whatever licensure you have. They don't fall under that umbrella yet, right? So while these people are prospects rather than patients or clients who've signed your agreements and all that good stuff, while they are prospects, you can offer the upfront lab. Pen just died here. Okay. We can offer access. So offer access to upfront labs. Upfront meaning before they work with you. Okay. You offer access to upfront labs that their conventional practitioners might not be offering them access to, right? So we all know that precision and functional medicine health has access to a lot more advanced labs than are used in the conventional setting. So that alone, just offering them access, that's already gonna add a little bit of like, yay, know, like, trust. That is so huge that it's making it all messy, okay? So that's going to help grow your know, like, and trust factor a little bit right there, because they're like, whoa, my doctor did not tell me about this, that this test even exists. They certainly didn't give me access to the test, and you're the one who did that, okay? So you're already growing a little bit of know, like, trust factor, okay? So if you offer access to upfront labs, Okay. And it's easy to put content out about that because you simply talk about, oh, are you experiencing, if this was the GI map or something, for example, hey, are you experiencing an odd amount of painful bloating after you eat? Let's talk about that. Talk. You educate them a little bit. Hey, if you really want to know what's going on, then let me give you access to the same test that I use for my own clients in my own clinic or in my own practice. DM me or comment below, however you want to automate that piece. But you're offering them access to upfront labs. That's going to grow your know, like, and trust factor, especially if you did content that does a great job of connecting the dots between the symptoms in layman's terms, in the way that they would talk about those problems or pains or discomfort with their friends, not medical terms, okay? If you do a good job of connecting the dots between those problems and what might be going on in the particular system of the body that you're offering testing for, that's going to help grow your know, like, and trust factor too. And instead of waiting around and getting a lure and then getting those emails, you're just saying, hey, why don't you stop guessing, right? Everybody in functional medicine loves the test don't guess concept. So if you just want to actually get some data to drive smart decisions, why don't you let me give you access to the only test that I trust? And now you're pulling them over to a registration page that explains the upside of that lab and resonates with the symptoms that they might be having in a more casual dialogue. So this is not like the description of the lab test that you might see at the lab itself or on HealAtScale or Rupa or any of the amazing labs that are out there, because that's going to be more forward facing, like more practitioner facing language, right? So you actually send them over to a page called the lab test registration page. I'm just going to go reg for short. Okay. You're going to send them to the lab test registration page. And from there, you can either take the money for your test yourself, and then you can submit the order through your physician services. Or if you're using physician services with HealAtScale or Rupa, for example, you can simply go ahead and set that up in your lab shop, and then you can link them to the checkout page that has the cost of the test plus your education and resource fee, okay? Which is amazing, you guys, because since you're sending them to the page, when they go ahead and decide to buy, you do have the opportunity of earning that education and resource fee, which is good for you, right? Why not get paid to do your own marketing? Okay, so now let's bring this back. They go to the registration page. They see, oh yeah, I totally want access to this thing. They purchase the lab test. Now comes this magical space of time. And this is what compresses the time that lets you get clients sooner, okay? So between the time that they order the test, okay, so between the time here where they order the test and the time that they get the results, there is a lot going on between this span of time right here, okay? Between this span of time, there's a lot happening for them in terms of anxiety, like worry. What am I going to find on this test, right? You deal with lab tests every day, so they don't make you anxious, right? But for the patient who doesn't have a medical mind like you, they don't have such knowledge. For them, they may be very worried, confused, sad, like they're freaking out, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, what better time while they're unsure and concerned and curious? What better time for you to step in and provide supportive information? Okay, hopefully in the form of videos, right? Because why wouldn't you make the supportive information in the form of videos, and then you can reuse it for all of the people who are interested in this lab test, and you can provide that support for everybody by just, delivering the support to camera one time, and then you never have to do it again, okay? This is HealAtScale. I want to leverage your time. I want to protect your assets, okay? And time is the asset we all can't get any more of, okay? So why not go ahead and film that supportive content? So they order the test, and then they're given access to a series of videos from you that helps them. Just imagine if you're going to be waiting a week or 2 weeks for the test result to come back, and there you are with some supportive communications for me in my inbox, like, hey Joy, I know you're nervous about this. My patients tell me that all the time. While you're waiting, I would like you to watch this video, blah, 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 whatever you want to teach them, right? But that space of time between here. So let's just go ahead and highlight out. This, okay, is so huge. Let me go smaller. There we go. Okay, this space of time right in here That is your time to grow your know, like, and trust factor infinitely faster. Okay, so basically, you already got them in the door. You gave them access to a test that nobody else was nice enough to give them access to. Okay, you made an education resource and education fee, which, and this is, if you're allowed to do all of that, depending on where you are, what type of practitioner you are. I'm not your lawyer. You got to figure all that stuff out yourself. Okay, but in general, the vast majority of our practitioners are getting an education and resource fee for everything that they're providing during this space of time. Okay. And that space of time is doing away with the need to do all of this up here. Okay. So all of these, I have to put content to get them out, and then I have to get them into the funnel, and then I have to send all these emails, and I have to hope that these emails work. And if I'm not a good copywriter or a good marketer, guess what? Those emails probably don't work, right? So instead of waiting to see, is my funnel doing great and is it bringing me in people? You can make the invitation. You can just put the content out, give them access to Upfront Labs. If they're interested, have them go to the reg page and hook themselves up with it. You're making an upfront lab and education fee. And then in that time, while they're waiting, you get to pour out your heart and, whatever information you feel is going to empower them to make good decisions once they get those results. Right? Because once they get the results, that's kind of like, maybe they know they have bugs in the house, but, the lab is like turning on the lights and seeing the roaches scatter, right? Now they know, oh my God, there's something in my house. I have to get this out of here. I need help. Okay. And so if you have provided really good supportive information in here while they're waiting for the test results, when they get the test results and they see like, oh no, there is a terrible problem. Like, what am I going to do to solve this? What the heck am I going to do? Well, of all the practitioners in the space that they could go to, they're already interacting with you about this condition. They've already gotten really supportive information from you about this condition. It positions you to be the obvious choice for them to invest in order to solve the problem that they have now officially discovered with science-backed testing that they actually have. So can you see how instead of waiting for some long series of emails and hoping they go get the thing, you're just offering them access to something, you're making your education fee up front, and then you have this wonderful space of time in which to endear yourself with helpful information. It is the number one game changer for the people in our Practitioner Accelerator Mastermind right now. And I just want to share with you this text that I got today. Okay. This is from Dr. Jennifer, and she is saying, just touching base. I know I've been a little bit absent, but the truth is my lab test funnel is kicking ass. Sorry about that. So much that I've had to have blinders on, and I'm cutting back to 2 days a week starting October 1st in my one-on-one practice. The next step will be 0 days a week, and I will be full-time virtual, all as a result of this lab test funnel. I mean, you guys, it doesn't get any better than that, right? The reason that Dr. Jennifer came to us is because she loved serving, but one-on-one was burning her out, and she wanted to travel a lot with her husband. They love cruising, right? So she came to us to get that leverage, and Lab Test Funnel has been the thing that has poured rocket fuel on her ability to serve in the online space, take as few high-end one-on-one clients as she wants, and of course, as many people as she can accommodate into her group programs, okay? So if you are interested in that, it's going to require a mindset shift of you, okay? Because probably leading up to this, you've thought, okay, well, my only opportunity is to either like sit back and passively wait for referrals to come in. And shoot me now, like, you know better than that, okay? You cannot be that passive. If health is your mission, then you need to get out there and move it forward. And sitting passively and waiting for clients to come to you is not a strategy to move your mission forward, okay? So the lab test funnel is allowing you to put the conversation out in the space, give people access to precision functional medicine labs through a signing physician, okay? And health coaches use the signing physician option at these labs. Nutritionists use them, dietary coaches. I mean, the range of people who are approved to use the physician services offer is astounding. It's awesome that these things are available. And don't fool yourself, you guys, like more and more of these tests are even becoming available direct to consumer, right? But even if they're available direct to consumer, that begs the question, well, what are they going to do with that info, right? And when you give them access to the test using a signing physician option, and then you're there to hold their hand, they automatically start to see that they're going to need to take some action based on the results that they find. Okay, so you're positioning yourself as the obvious choice to work with moving forward. But that's a mindset shift, because if you have been thinking, oh, well, I have to put out content, then I have to give away something, and then I have to get their email, and then I have to write all these automated emails. And to be honest, so many practitioners come to me and I see they're not even automating any emails to nurture that relationship, right? And so many emails are landing in spam right now. That's also another, I'll save that for another video. But this just gives you a chance to put the content out on the platform. Maybe you're an Instagram person. You're putting the content about their pain points. They say, oh my God, that's me. I would like to watch this video. The call to action is that they can actually get the data they need to move their health forward. If you capture their name, email, and phone number, right, before you let them do the lab, that's the way we teach it in Lab Test Funnel, then you now have a direct communication line to them to provide the support that increases your know, like, and trust factor a lot faster, okay? But that is going to require you to make that mindset shift of like, oh, I don't have to row the slow boat. There is actually a speedboat to getting more ideal clients. And if you think about it, those clients are more motivated because that's indicated by their willingness to put some money in some upfront labs, right? Instead of asking them, hey, buy this 5K package to work with me for 3 months or 7K or whatever yours is, okay? 10, whatever. Instead of that, the person, that might be a little intimidating for them, right? But if they purchase just the lab test, that's going to be a lesser expense. They get this interaction with you where they see how supportive, how committed you are, what your mission is to help them, right? And it makes it easier for them to say yes to those packages on the back end or to your group programs if you're already offering leveraged group programs, okay? So you'll kind of have to make that mindset shift, okay? If you are curious about this at all, comment labs, okay? Comment labs. As a matter of fact, if you really want to get your hands on this right away, come to Instagram, follow me at Real Joy Houston, and DM me the word labs, and we'll just make sure that you get it immediately. There's a whole training on exactly how to do this, exactly how to do it the right way so that you don't waste a bunch of time getting caught in tech land. We've already built it for you. We can just push it to you and you kind of put your photo and colors in there and make it really simple, okay? So if you want to get traction with this concept really quickly, just reach out to me, comment labs, come DM me labs, and let's make sure that we get this faster path to clients in your wheelhouse so you can start benefiting from this right away. All right. If this video has been helpful for you, share it with your peers, subscribe to our channel. Don't miss anything in the conversation of helping smart practitioners leverage their time and their talents by being able to heal at scale. All right. So smash that subscribe button, comment below if you have questions, reach out to me on Instagram. I am more than happy to help you start implementing this. Take care. I'll see you soon.